You've got to stop living for the applause of the crowd and start tuning into the whispers of your own soul. The world is loud, it's chaotic, full of voices trying to tell you who to be, what to do, and how to think. But in 2025, it's time to silence the noise. It's time to focus, not on them, not on what they're saying, but on you. There's a purpose inside you, something unique, something divine. Yet too many of us spend our days chasing someone else's dream, trying to fit into someone else's box, running someone else's race. It's exhausting. It's draining. It's unfulfilling. Because you were never meant to live their life, you were meant to live yours. This year, stop measuring your success by someone else's standards. Stop scrolling through highlight reels, comparing your behind the scenes to their polished, filtered perfection. Stop seeking validation from people who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared from their feed. Your worth doesn't come from their likes, it comes from within. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean being selfish, it means being intentional. It means taking the time to nurture your mind, your spirit, your body. It means setting boundaries that protect your peace. It means learning to say no to distractions so you can say yes to your destiny. Let them wonder why you're not as available. Let them question why you've gone quiet. You don't owe anyone an explanation for putting yourself first. You're not here to please everyone. You're here to fulfill a mission that only you can accomplish. And the only way to do that is to stop looking sideways and start looking inward. This is your year to grow, to heal, to rise. But growth takes focus. Healing takes focus. Rising takes focus. So fix your eyes on your own path. The detours will come. The distractions will try to pull you off course. But remember this, every step you take towards your own greatness is a step away from mediocrity. So stop worrying about what they think. Stop chasing after their approval. Focus on yourself, because when you do, you'll discover the power, the potential, the greatness that's been inside you all along. In a world filled with constant noise and endless distractions, it's easy to lose yourself in the opinions, expectations, and demands of others. Everyone has something to say about who you should be, how you should act, and what you should prioritize. Their voices come from every direction: family, friends, social media, society. They shout so loudly that your own voice gets drowned out, and your dreams, desires, and goals get buried under their noise. But to truly focus on yourself, you must learn to tune out the chaos. You've got to quiet the world around you so you can hear the still, small voice within. That voice carries the clarity and wisdom you need to navigate your life. It's not easy. Distractions will come in every form, pulling at your attention, tempting you to look outside for answers. But when you silence the noise, you create space for your own thoughts, your own vision, and your own truth to emerge. This isn't about ignoring others or rejecting guidance. It's about filtering out what doesn't serve you. When you stop living for the applause or criticism of the crowd, you can finally start living for yourself. It's in this quiet, focused space that you begin to align with your purpose and see the path that's meant for you. Every person has a purpose that is uniquely theirs, a calling that no one else can fulfill in the exact same way. It's easy to get caught up in what others are doing, to measure yourself against their achievements, and to feel like you need to follow their path to find success. But their purpose isn't your purpose, and their journey isn't your journey. What lies within you is distinct. The talents, passions, and dreams you carry weren't given to you by accident. They were placed within you for a reason, and no one else can bring them to life the way you can. When you try to mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations or replicate someone else's path, you dilute the very essence of who you are. Embracing your unique purpose means looking inward and discovering what truly moves you, excites you, and drives you. It requires courage to stand apart, to say, this is who I am and this is the life I'm meant to live. It's not about rejecting what others value. It's about owning what you value and letting that guide your decisions. You were not designed to be a copy of anyone else. When you fully embrace your uniqueness, you step into a power and authenticity that can't be imitated or replaced. That's when you begin to make the impact only you were born to make. Comparison is one of the quickest ways to lose sight of your own progress and potential. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you place their achievements on a pedestal and diminish your own journey. It's easy to look at someone else's successes and feel inadequate, as though their accomplishments somehow lessen your worth. But what you're often seeing is just the surface, a highlight reel of curated moments that don't reveal the struggles, sacrifices, or setbacks they face. Your journey is your own, complete with its unique timeline, challenges, and victories. No two paths are meant to look the same, and trying to match someone else's pace or destination only leads to frustration and self-doubt. Their strengths don't diminish yours, and their wins don't make your efforts any less significant. When you let go of the need to compare, you free yourself to focus on your growth and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Every step you take forward, every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn adds to your story in a way that's irreplaceable. The only person you need to outdo is the version of yourself from yesterday. That's where real growth and fulfillment are found. Your worth isn't something that can be handed to you by others. It isn't determined by the approval of friends, family, or strangers. It's not tied to how many people praise you, follow you, or applaud your efforts. Your worth is intrinsic. It comes from within, rooted in the very fact that you exist and have a unique purpose in this world. When you rely on external validation to feel valuable, you give others power over your sense of self. Their opinions become the measure of your confidence and joy, and you find yourself constantly striving to please, to be seen, to be acknowledged. But this pursuit of outside approval is exhausting and never-ending, because no matter how much you achieve, it will never feel like enough when you're seeking affirmation from the wrong source. True validation comes when you start to honor yourself. It's about acknowledging your strengths, accepting your flaws, and recognizing your worth without needing anyone else to confirm it. You don't need a pat on the back from the world to know you're doing something meaningful. You don't need applause to confirm you're on the right path. When you stop seeking external validation, you start to live authentically. You begin making choices based on what aligns with your values and aspirations, rather than what you think will impress others. You shift from performing for approval to living with purpose, and in that you find the freedom and peace that no external source can provide. Focusing on yourself means living with intention, not drifting through life reacting to whatever comes your way. It's about choosing to prioritize your own well-being, growth, and dreams over distractions or obligations that don't align with your purpose. Too often, people spread themselves thin trying to be everything for everyone, leaving little energy to nurture themselves. Living intentionally requires clarity about what truly matters to you. It's taking the time to reflect on your goals, values, and aspirations and aligning your actions with them. It's asking yourself, what do I want out of my life? And then committing to the steps that move you closer to those desires. This doesn't happen by accident. It takes deliberate effort and focus. Being intentional also means cutting out what doesn't serve you. It's learning to recognize when certain habits, relationships, or commitments are holding you back rather than helping you grow. It's being willing to let go of the unnecessary so you can give your full attention to what's essential. When you live with intention, you stop letting the expectations of others dictate your path. Instead, you take control of your time, your energy, and your choices. Every decision becomes an opportunity to invest in your own progress and fulfillment, creating a life that reflects who you truly are and where you want to go. Setting boundaries is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. In a world that constantly demands more from you, boundaries act as your shield, protecting your time, energy, and peace of mind. Without boundaries, you open yourself up to endless requests, expectations, and obligations, often putting the needs of others ahead of your own. Over time, this leaves you drained, overwhelmed and disconnected from what really matters to you. Boundaries are not about being selfish, they are about being self-aware. They are about recognizing that your time and energy are limited resources and you have a responsibility to protect them. It means saying no when something doesn't align with your values or when it threatens your well-being. It's the courage to step away from toxic situations or people who drain your spirit. It's the wisdom to realize that taking care of yourself is not an option, it's a necessity. Setting boundaries means being clear about what you are and are not willing to tolerate. It's communicating your needs and expectations openly, even if it means disappointing others. The key is understanding that when you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying yes to something that will help you grow and stay true to yourself. It also means protecting your peace, especially in moments of chaos. When everything feels like it's pulling you in 100 different directions, boundaries allow you to stay grounded. They help you focus on your priorities, allow you the space to breathe, think, and recharge. By setting these limits, you honor yourself and make room for the things and people that truly align with your journey. When you choose to focus on yourself, there will inevitably be moments when others don't understand your decisions. People may wonder why you're not as available, why you've stopped engaging in the same activities, or why you've distanced yourself from certain relationships. They may question your choices, and that's okay. What's important is that you remain firm in your decision to put yourself first. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your choices unless you feel it's necessary. You're not here to meet the expectations of others or to fulfill their desires at the expense of your own well-being. Your journey is yours alone, and it's not meant to be lived to satisfy the comfort or approval of others. By focusing on your own growth, healing, and purpose, you may find that some relationships shift. Not everyone will understand why you're prioritizing your mental, emotional, and physical health, but that's not a reflection of your value or the validity of your choices. It's simply part of the process. Sometimes stepping into your own power can make others feel uncomfortable, especially if they're used to having access to your time and energy without boundaries. But you don't have to explain yourself to anyone who doesn't respect your need for space and self-care. You don't need to justify why you're choosing to invest in your own future or why you're letting go of habits that no longer serve you. If they don't understand, that's a reflection of their journey, not yours. It's not about making everyone happy. It's about honoring your own path, even if it means making tough decisions about who or what you allow into your life.
True growth requires focus. It's not a passive process. It demands active effort, patience, and commitment. Growth isn't something that happens overnight, nor is it something that comes easily.
It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, to face challenges head on, and to push through moments of doubt. The journey will test you, but with focus, every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn, to evolve, and to get closer to the person you are meant to be.
Growth is more than just acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's about transforming from the inside out. It's about shifting your mindset, letting go of limiting beliefs, and opening yourself up to new possibilities. But none of that can happen unless you're focused on the right things. It's about directing your attention toward what matters most, your personal development, your passions, and your values, rather than getting distracted by external pressures or the noise of others' opinions. Focus also means being intentional about the people and environments you surround yourself with. Growth happens when you're in the right atmosphere where support, encouragement, and challenge push you to be your best.
It's about cultivating a space both mentally and physically that nurtures your potential.
When you truly commit to growth, you embrace the discomfort that comes with it. You welcome setbacks as learning experiences and understand that the road to success isn't linear. Sometimes growth means having to let go of old habits, old ways of thinking, or even relationships that are holding you back. But with every step forward, you get closer to realizing the fullest version of yourself, the person you are capable of becoming when you stay focused on your journey.
Distractions are inevitable. They come in all shapes and sizes, often pulling you away from your goals, your purpose, and your true desires. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and obligations, staying focused becomes a daily challenge.
You'll be tempted to stray off course, to follow a new trend, or to listen to the latest opinion that seems to be everyone else's focus. But allowing distractions to control your attention keeps you from moving forward and reaching the potential that lies within you. To resist distractions, you must first recognize them for what they are: interruptions that keep you from your purpose. They might be subtle: an extra hour spent mindlessly scrolling through social media, or agreeing to take on a project that doesn't align with your priorities. But these small diversions accumulate over time, slowly pulling you away from the goals you've set.
Staying focused means saying no to things that don't serve your mission. It requires discipline to stick to what truly matters and to set aside the things that aren't aligned with your vision.
It's about creating a clear and defined path, one that you can stay committed to despite the noise around you. This path isn't always the easiest, but it's the one that leads to personal growth, achievement, and fulfillment. As distractions try to pull you in different directions, you must learn to stay anchored to your own journey. That means being aware of where your time and energy are going and being intentional about how you invest them. By staying focused, you are intentionally choosing to move closer to the life you want, while rejecting the things that will only waste your time or lead you further off course. When you focus on yourself, you begin to tap into a power that has always been there, lying dormant within you. This power is the unique combination of your talents, experiences, and potential that only you possess. Too often, people look outside of themselves for the strength to move forward, but the truth is that everything you need to succeed, to grow, and to reach your goals is already inside you. The key is to uncover it, embrace it, and allow it to guide you toward your destiny. Focusing on yourself means recognizing the depth of your potential. It's understanding that you are capable of achieving things beyond your wildest dreams when you commit to your own growth and development.
The path to success doesn't come from mimicking others or seeking approval from the outside world. It comes from discovering your own unique talents, strengths, and passions, and using them to create the life you want. This inner power gives you the resilience to push through adversity, the creativity to find new solutions to problems, and the courage to face challenges head-on. When you truly focus on yourself, you stop second-guessing your abilities or comparing your progress to others.
Instead, you become grounded in your own worth and potential. By focusing on yourself, you also become more in tune with your intuition, the quiet but powerful voice within that guides your decisions. As you listen to this inner wisdom, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles.
You start to trust yourself more, knowing that the power to create the life you envision is already within you.
As you step into 2025, the most powerful thing you can do is focus on yourself. It's time to tune out the noise, stop comparing your journey to others, and recognize that your worth comes from within. Your purpose is uniquely yours, and the path ahead is yours to carve. By living with intention, setting clear boundaries, and prioritizing your own growth, you reclaim the power to shape your own destiny.
Distractions will come, but with focus you can rise above them. The challenges you face are opportunities for growth, not setbacks, and by staying true to your own path, you will find strength and resilience in yourself that you never knew existed.
Trusting your potential, lean into your inner wisdom, and embrace the greatness that's already inside you. This is your time to grow, to heal, and to rise to the fullest version of yourself. Focus on your journey, because when you do, everything else will fall into place.